This is actually one of the hardest celebrity deaths I think I've ever kind of gone through. I was thinking about making a video about Kevin Conroy's career, talking about a lot of his Batman projects, but I'm not going to do that. Not right now. Maybe in the next couple of days. Mostly I just want to talk about the man himself, and of course Batman, because that's who he was. Um, and just the hole that is going to be left. It's crazy. He was 66 years old, was not seeing this coming. Apparently, he was ill. I don't exactly know of what, but they hid it very well. And even while he was sick, I think just what's so amazing about the man is he still spent a lot of his time going to cons and, signing autographs and being Kevin Conroy. Like, I've never seen an interview with Kevin Conroy or any behind the scenes stuff of him where he was rude or mean or a jerk or anything like that. The man just seemed so lovable, so likable, so enjoyable. This is a shame. This sucks. Me, like a lot of other people, grew up with him as our Batman. He's done so many projects for DC and as the character of Batman as well, that talking about or having a video talking about all the stuff he's done, it might not never end. Um, yeah, I was in my car just driving around, and I was grabbing a coffee. I was coming back home. It was around, I think, 11, and drive through was super slow, so I took out my phone to look, and I was shocked. Like, I thought it was maybe one of those fake news tabloids trying to get some clicks. No, unfortunately, it's true. Um, Huge, as I said, huge piece of my childhood, huge piece of your childhood and everybody else's. I think why this one hits me so much is look at my room. um, just Batman everywhere. A lot of the times nowadays when you talk about Batman, it is who's the best Batman? Christian Bale, Robert Pattinson, Ben Affleck, Michael Keaton, Adam West, even. And I think it's very easy to bypass animation. Um, I think at the end of the day, Kevin Conroy will go down as the best Batman of all time. Like, in my opinion, he is Batman. When I look at all the other Batmans, they're just so different in so many ways. And that's a good thing. But I feel like Kevin Conroy knew Batman. I feel like he actually was him. When I picture Batman and Bruce Wayne, that is his voice in my head. It is Kevin Conroy's voice. As much as I love Christian Bale and so far Pattinson and Ben Affleck, Conroy is the guy. And I think why his portrayal is so pivotal to people like me, people around my age, people who just love this community of comic books and superheroes so much, is because there's a huge distinction between, film, live action, and animation. Batman today, when you look at his movies, the Dark Knight trilogy, anything Zack Snyder's made with Ben Affleck, even Robert Pattinson's movie there, Batman is very, of course, dark. Batman movies tend to be very specific in the audience that it's trying to attract, which is very grounded and real, thriller-based, dramatic, mysterious. And a lot of Batman today, I mean, I wouldn't blame you if you wouldn't want your children at an early age to watch these movies. All these modern day Batman films have very darker tones to it that maybe you should wait till you're a little bit older to watch them. But with Kevin Conroy's Batman, it found like the perfect match. You could be a child, a teenager, and a full-grown adult, and it still has something for everybody. And I mean, I just got done watching the Batman animated series a couple months ago. It's fascinating to me that after 20, almost 30 years, he is still so pivotal to this role. He's still so important, and he has done such a fine job at Batman that you still sit here and think of him as Batman. And like I said, it's something for everybody. The reason why it attracted to my childhood and anyone my age is because those cartoons had something for 5, 6, 7, 8-year-old kids. The reason why I would watch that cartoon when I grew up as a teenager, 14, 15, 16, 17, is because it still had something of interest. And the reason why I still watch it today as a 26-year-old man is because it still has an interest to you as an adult. It's not just nostalgia either. It's not just a nostalgic factor to get you to watch that show. It is because that show was specifically designed to cater to everyone, and it worked. And Kevin Conroy is the selling point of it. He sold that. I think he's one of the few people on the planet who actually understand who Bruce Wayne is and who Batman is. Like, he has a literal, definitive definition of who those two characters are. And I mean, after playing the role as long as he has, of course he would. You know, I think my favorite portrayal of Batman of all time is the Arkham series. How they made Batman in those games is unbelievable. I hope to one day see a version of that Batman on the big screen. But that Batman would not be as important to me in a sense if it wasn't for Kevin Conroy. If it wasn't for him, I don't think that Batman would stand out as strong as he has. The animated series will go down as a legendary series because of many things, but most importantly, because of him. The Injustice games will go down very legendary, once again, because of him. There are so many Batman projects that will forever be remembered because of him. And in this pop culture and entertainment world, there's always somebody who's going to be remembered for something. You could do whatever you want in your life and nothing is forgotten, especially in this film industry, entertainment world. And I mean, what an absolute blessing it must be to know that you'll be remembered for such an important character in pop culture. You know, Batman spans so much farther than just comic books. Batman is so important to culture. He's very important to study, because he's more than just a superhero. I just think it is absolutely amazing that he will be remembered as Batman. Anybody can take the mantle of voice acting Batman. There have been tons of people who have voice acted Batman, but whoever takes the main role of voice acting Batman in the future, this is taking nothing away from those people. Because I'm sure they got the job for a specific reason and they're good enough to do it. but Kevin Conroy will be Batman. He is him. Yeah. So unfortunate. 100 years from now, when people sit down and come across the name Kevin Conroy, I hope they all get the opportunity to be exposed to everything he has given us. And even his Twitter handle is one of the most Batman things I've ever heard. The greatest glory in living lies not in never failing, but in rising every time you fail. And I think that is beautifully put, because like I said, the Batman character doesn't just teach you things about the DC universe. The character teaches you life lessons. And he embodied that. Every time he voice acted that character, it was more than just DC. It was more than just Batman. And I don't think anybody will have an impact on the character like him for a very long time. When I look at this photo, this is the face of a man that Batman aspired to be.